It's time for the Team Obama Spotlight. Today, the spotlight shines on the Environmentalist. You see, a group of them have been protesting outside of the White House to stop an oil pipeline project from the tar sands of Alberta, Canada. ALG's cameras were there to catch them as they got themselves arrested. Todd says they have to realize they're trying to halt job creation.
Here in Washington, we had a crew of imbeciles come to town to demonstrate against blue-collar people getting jobs. Let's take a look at a couple of them.
There's a number of ways the government could fund jobs, because they would be funding this pipeline. There's a number of jobs the government could create that would also help the environment.
Through things like putting up windmills, putting up solar panels, and expanding green jobs in this country. And that's something that we can invest in.
Okay, well, the little fellow with the bow tie reminds me of Sonny Jim, except he has black hair. But he talks about jobs when it's obvious he's never had one. Doesn't know what a job is, and the other fellow thinks that the government creates jobs. No, the government creates waste. Anyway, these windmills that he's talking about, apparently he's not aware of the ecology. These windmills are genocide against birds. We're going to kill birds. Now, what happens when you kill birds, Sonny Jim? Insects. You get insects. You have all these birds flying into these thrashing machines where they're cut to ribbons, and all of a sudden you have insects eating all your crops.
And we can assure you these lefty games are nothing new.
Being older than most, I've been through a lot more liberal hoaxes than most people have. Starting in the first grade, where I had to hide under my desk for fear of nuclear holocaust, which of course was just around the corner. After that, when I got into high school and they were talking about the population bomb that was going to come in 10 to 20 years, everybody was supposed to have 1 square foot of land to live on because we were overpopulating the earth so badly. After that, we had Rachel Carlson. I think I'm getting these in the right order. Rachel Carlson said pesticides were going to kill everybody. And all of the eagles' eggs shells were becoming thinner because of DDT. Next up, we had the ozone hole, which we were all afraid of. I kept looking up for it all the time. It never came over my house. I never really quite understood what the problem with the ozone hole was, whether the ozone was going to come in or whether it was going to go out or whatever, but the ozone hole was a big concern. The next thing we had was the acid rain, which was going to destroy all the forests. We didn't know what we needed to do to stop acid rain was to shut down the United States of America. After acid rain, we had global cooling, the new ice age. But global cooling didn't come, so next up we had global warming, which is on its way now. We're all going to sweat to death. The moral of the story is, if you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything. And over the 50, 60 years that I've been watching this, they keep falling for everything.
I guess we should watch for falling acid rain. More like falling horse manure.